welcome back. If you're joining me from another video, if you're joining me for the first time, hello! I have in front of me this week and last week's marketplace haul, and it was kind of half and half. There wasn't really enough to do a video, so I combined them together for this marketplace haul video. Now, quite a bunch of cool finds. We have Littlest pet shops, we have a Zelf, we have My Little Pony, vintage and new. We have some Ugliest pet shops, Disney Infinity, and some books, because I think that's really important to point out that books are getting quite expensive for parents, especially the very popular books, and to encourage markets. So what am I going to start with? I am going to start with something which my son has almost the entire collection of, Disney Infinity. Now these are the blind bags that you can get for Disney Infinity. They power up the game characters. They were quite expensive when they came out, still quite expensive in some places. These are completely unopened, just a lady who brought them and didn't know what they were, thought they were Disney things for her kids, which they don't have the game for, so she didn't need them. These were 50 cents New Zealand a packet. So we're talking about 10 to 20 cents US each. Completely unopened. There could be rares in there, and that would be ace. Now my son has a lot of these, but not all of them, so I was ecstatic over the find. And we got 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 50 cents each. So $2.50 for an amazing find. Awesome. From the same lady, I got these two here. Again, really good finds, lovely quality, not dirty at all. Because I know a lot of people, they've got the usual scuff marks on them, which you'll find, but you'll find them even on ones in the shop. This is a Papo or Papo, I'm not exactly sure of the pronunciation, figure. They are what I call the lesser version of Schleek. Papo or Papo is just as good as Schleek in some areas, but they are not Schleek figures, which is what the collectors go for most of the time. They are still just as good and still absolutely amazing. Look at that horse detail running along. For a little boy's collection who loves setting up battle scenes, this is awesome. And we have quite a lot of, I'm going to call them Papo, I don't know what the pronunciation. We have quite a lot of Schleek and quite a lot of Papo. We love them. Papo tends to be, if you want to buy brand new, Papo tends to be slightly cheaper than Schleek. So 50 cents. And then, as I said, from the same lady, this entire bag of Series 1 Ugliest Pet Shop for 50 cents. Now, my son has all the figures in here, apart from there is a poo in there somewhere. One of the blind bag poops. Oh, yep, there it is, floating around in there, which he does not have. So that was that was a fine. And these will all be going in the donation pile. But for 50 cents for the entire bag, I couldn't say no. And I am sure I will find an amazing child who will give these a happy home. So all these 50 cents each New Zealand from an elderly lady at the markets selling off her grandkids or kids, she said kids, but grandkids toys. I'm assuming it's a grandkids. I was hoping they're not they're not her children's. Next, what did we find? We found a Zelf. Now it is quite hard for me to find, getting harder and harder for me to find the Zelfs. I believe because they have stopped bringing them into New Zealand, that New Zealand collectors are getting quite grabby with them. I actually know a lady who collects Zelfs and goes to the markets each week, so I'm glad I got this before her. So I paid a bit more than I would usually pay for a figure at the markets. I paid $4.50 for this. I think she wanted $5, but this is one we don't have for one of the original series, and her name is, I've written it down, Lunan. So like Luna, so Luan. Really cute, good quality, like the Zelfs, it has the wings coming out of the butt, which I always kind of find hilarious. Really cute, and that was a find more for me than my daughter, because I love Zelfs. Oh, I love her. Yay. Her hair is a bit more matted than I would have liked. This comes from, kids, if you're wondering why Toy's hair goes this way, from constantly doing this. You get your oil from your hands on it and it starts to look a bit manky, but it wasn't so noticeable that I turned my nose up at it, because that's one of the things that I always look for with Zelfs, is the quality of the hair. So awesome, happy about that find. What are we going to do next? We're going to do the Littlest pet shops I found next. Now I found this little guy. He was $2. I think he was a couple of bucks. He is the Timberwolf #number. I looked them all up. I'm really prepared today. I'm usually too busy. He is the Timberwolf number 2141. Beautiful quality. Doesn't look like he's been, and this from another seller. All three Littlest pet shops I got from another store. He looks like he's never been played with, and I can't believe I don't know anyone with this not as their mascot, because this is such a gorgeous Littlest pet shop, the little wolf. I think he's absolutely gorgeous. So number 2141, another one for my daughter's growing collection. Alright, so the next Littlest pet shop I got was this dachshund. I think this is one of the ones that the kids I quite often see in videos look for. This is number 640, the brown dachshund. Now I paid $4 for this one, which is usually more than I would pay New Zealand for a secondhand Littlest pet shop. But I took a punt that it was one of the rare ones that the kids look for. I think it is. I know the green-eyed one of this type is the one everybody loves and adores and searches for. But this one had these gorgeous designs on its ear, little brown feet, a little brown nip on its tail. It's got a slight mark, a white mark up there, but I think it's pencil, so I'll just rub it off. But really cute, and another one she doesn't have for her collection. Alright, so the next Littlest pet shop I got was this one. I grabbed these numbers off eBay, so I'm hoping they're correct. 2142 Glitter Sparkle Bat. It is one my daughter is missing from her collection. I would certainly remember seeing this when I was doing a video recently on how her collection has grown. It is absolutely gorgeous. Love the sparkle effect, the blue and green, and I'm not sure whether he looks evil or just grumpy. It was noted as a vampire bat, but I think he looks like someone who would hang out with Dracula from Monster High and just be cute and misunderstood. It's so very cute. I love these stars on his head too. So those were the three Littlest pet shops I got from a seller. From the same seller, I brought these My Little Ponies over here. Now the My Little Ponies were $2 each New Zealand, so about $1.40 US. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 Generation 3s I brought off her, and this vintage pony, which is the Vintage Pony Ballerina Baby Sweet Steps. So she's going to need a bit of a toothbrush clean and her hair worked out a little bit with a nice soft brush. She is one of the ballerina vintage ponies, so her legs move. She has this gorgeous little mid-piece here for her suit. The face is just absolutely adorable. I love the original baby face ponies. Really, really cute, and extremely happy with that vintage find for $2. The next one is this one here. This one is, I'll get the cutie mark and face and focus for you. Come on camera, you can do it. This one's name is Meadowbrook. Lovely colors, loving this medium yellow and bluey slash aqua slash purple hair. I found it interesting, her hair has, has a bit of gross grass in it, has green and blue, but her tail, in her mane, but in her tail it's blue and purple, so she's kind of unique in that way. But lovely face, gorgeous looking, happy and pretty darn clean. Awesome, just needs a hairbrush and some TLC. Then I got this one, which her name is Garden Glade. Her cutie mark is this lovely circle with a flower in, purple. She looks quite serene, doesn't she? She looks like a gardener who's quite proud of herself. And I'm quite partial to the colour yellow. So this lovely yellow to peach colored mane and yellow tail. Just a nice brush and she will be awesome. Very, very cute. Then this, I'm just killing them. I'm killing them. Why am I killing them? The next one I found, which I was starting to say before I knocked them all over. No. This one was quite interesting in that she has a face design, glitter in her hair, and rainbow hair. So pink, orange, and yellow with sparkles through in her mane. And then her tail, again, it's interesting these ones that manes don't match the tail. Her tail has green, dark blue, and light blue in. Now, she has this pencil mark across her of a name, which, thank God it is pencil, so it's just going to take a bit of erasing and a toothbrush clean with water. But her face here, this lovely marking down here is just absolutely gorgeous. I think she's a great pony to be a mascot for an autistic child, because then on here it's this paintbrush just doing all these beautiful designs down her leg, and then there's a coat hanger with a heart in, which is different from the other ones. They all have a little heart on them, so she was quite unique. And even though I'm quite fussy on the ponies I pick up, if you watch my videos you know that I'm quite fussy on any toys I pick up secondhand. Even though there is a name written there in pencil, it's nothing to worry about. I just love this design. I haven't seen this pony before, so I was really excited to find her. On to this little white cutie. She has quite a bit of finger marks on her, so she is going to need a toothbrush clean, but nothing that is actually not going to be able to be washed off on soap. Her name is Frilly Frocks. Her hair is a purple, dark pink, and light pink, and her tail is a matching pink and purple. She has this kind of mask on her with these lovely bows and like diamond. It's almost like a rarity diamond little design. This pony makes me think rarity. I don't know about you, but without the unicorn horn, she's something like this actually makes me think more of rarity than the for dress design than rarity with the gems on her rump. Cutie mark. Something with this beautiful, like a dress. I always thought that Rarity should have had a dress or something as her cutie mark, but hey, we all love Rarity anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So that is Meadowbrook. So all those ponies and Littlest Pet Shops were from the same seller, and all the ponies were $2 each, and the Littlest Pet Shops, I think it was $2, $4, and $3. So varying prices. Next seller along, I found some more My Little Ponies. Now these were $1 each. The first, so we've got one, they're all in a bag together, 2, 3, as you see there's 2 vintage ponies, which I'm super excited about finding, especially for the price. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ponies that were all just bundled in a bag together, and the lady said, I asked her how much, she said $5 New Zealand for the bag, so I was like, sure, I'll take that. Thank you very much, and left the store smiling greatly. The first one I'll look at, I'm not that interested in because it is a pony pop. Pony pops are kind of cool. They're fun to entertain your children in an artistic way, but they are just an art thing where the child can scribble all over them and take their hair off. But so I'm not really collecting pony pops for my daughter in any sort of way. She has quite a few pony pops and we don't need any more. So that one came out, it works out $1 each. So the pony pop I had to just kind of deal with being in there. Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me? Why didn't you give me a great review? Pony pops are fun when you're crafting them. When they're already done up in secondhand, Then there's this gorgeous little Generation 4 pony here. Obviously she or her daughter put the large tail in a plait. I'm not going to actually undo it because it's kind of cute. I quite like it in the plait. But these ones I think are from the Cutie Mark Magic series, as the Cutie Mark extends right down their leg. Is this Daisy Joe or Daisy something? I can't remember. Someone in the comments will be able to. But she is a gorgeous Pegasus. She's in lovely condition. No writing over or no stains whatsoever. And she actually came, because quite a lot of times when you buy these ponies, their accessories are lost when you buy things secondhand. She came with her accessory attached to her, which is really cute. Love, love, love. $1 New Zealand. And then we have my daughter's second favorite Generation 4 pony from the show, Fluttershy, Twilight being her first. Again, I think it's the Cutie Mark Magic Fluttershy, so she doesn't actually have this Fluttershy. Beautiful butterfly over her eye, and then the Cutie Mark extends down the rump, and with the accessory, which is really, really cool. It is so hard to find secondhand goods with their actual necklaces or earrings or whatever, or dresses sometimes even on. Beautiful condition, gorgeous pony. Then for $1, ooh, this makes me excited. Before I started doing videos, and back before even Generation 4, Twilight Sparkle story came up and ponies had, My Little Pony became this internet sensation and boys are now watching it. I think the average watcher age is male, 20-year-old males for a while in America. Because the story was just that good with G4. But before that happened, I have quite a large collection of vintage My Little Ponies, and it is very, very hard for me to find good quality vintage ponies at the markets for $1. She was $1. Her hair is beautiful, and it's obviously been plaited to keep it in touch. She has these gorgeous, her name is Banana Surprise 3D motive. There's a little scratch in the motive there, which is just going to take me a bit of white and sealer to fix up. A little scrub with some warm water and toothbrush, and she will look mint again. I am in love, and I'm so happy. But she is not the cream of the crop of my pony finds for these 2 weeks. Dun dun dun! This is a vintage My Little Pony princess. Her name is Princess Tinsel Moondust. A scrub with a toothbrush will get off these finger marks. Her hair is completely savable. It's not matted in any way. The tinsel is actually pretty good quality. A special no tangle brush will get that just wonderful. $1 from the markets in that bag. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm so excited for this find. I can't wait to restore her. Yes! So I love marketplace finds, but when I find something which really appeals to me, I'm extra excited. So in this marketplace haul, I'm going to add something new, which I have brought books from the markets before, but I haven't actually shown them on video. One thing I've been noticing, especially as my daughter's been getting into Timmy Failure and Diary of a Wimpy Kid, they are exceptionally expensive in the stores. We're usually paying anything from $14 to $16 New Zealand for a Diary of the Wimpy Kid brand new. And Timmy Failure, I think we pay about $15 to $16 New Zealand but I have noticed that the very popular books such as Captain Underpants, Timmy Failure, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, I think another one's called Betty, are starting to show up at the markets. This was $1, the collector's edition. It is hardcover, so not soft, not a paperback like the other ones. Obviously been read once. Beautiful condition. When buying books from the markets, I always suggest that you flip through, make sure there aren't pages missing, all that. What quite often happens with books, kids eat raisins while eating them and they get yuck food stuck on the pages. This is beautiful condition, $1. Look at this. This is me at the market when I found it for my boy. Woohoo! Oh yeah, oh yeah, woohoo, oh yeah. So again, if this is more directed for the mums and dads out there watching, or the older teenage, you know, ones that are buying for their younger brothers or sisters or children. This is a great way of affording the ever popular books. This one here was $3. It is actually brand new, never been read. It is the special edition in that it is full color. Just their child never read it or whatever reason, and they just selling it off. $3, and it's a hardcover, so it's gonna last. Amazing. My son loves Captain Underpants. If you are a Lego collector, you'll know that they're very expensive. Here I brought this from the same lady I brought the Captain Underpants for $3. Not opened at all. It is a Lego book, little comic for Lego in here. Now in New Zealand you can pay anything from $5 to $6 for one figurine. This comes with a figurine and a little catapult figure to make. So normally something that I would not normally spend $5 on a second-hand book. However, when it comes to Lego, if you know anything about Lego, they are expensive. Fantastic. This would have been fantastic. I'm giving it to my boy because he's already seen it and he wants it. For if you're on a budget and you want to buy Lego for a child, I know that it can be extremely expensive with all these birthdays trying to get kids what they want. Fantastic gift for a child for $5. Nobody would guess you paid that much for this. Alright, as always, these videos are to encourage people to get out there. Don't be afraid to go to the markets, to buy secondhand to help further your collections. I hope you enjoyed this marketplace haul. Please subscribe if you love toys. We love to open toys here. We love to share. Get out there and get collecting and enjoy yourself. Thanks very much for watching.